Hey guys, it's Monica and welcome back to my channel. So, happy Wednesday. Tonight I am doing a cooking video for you guys for Love on the Table. I'm going to show you guys how to make enchiladas, how I make my enchiladas. I asked in my last video if you guys had any recipes you would like me to share, and there was many that you guys asked me to do, but one of them that I hadn't had in a while was enchiladas. So I decided to take your suggestion and do enchiladas. So I'm going to show you guys how I make just easy, basic chicken and cheese enchiladas with green sauce. My kids really love them. I love them. Feel free to add different ingredients if you'd like, but if you want just a basic enchilada recipe, then keep watching. Okay, for the enchiladas you are going to need flour or corn tortillas. I like to use flour ones. You are going to need some chicken. You're going to need some cheese. Today I'm going to be using two different types of cheese. We're going to be using some cheddar cheese and some queso fresco cheese. You're going to need some sour cream, cream of mushroom soup. I'm going to be using 2 cans of refried beans as a side, and then you're going to need some green chili enchilada sauce and green chilies. If you prefer the red sauce, you can totally use that. My family honestly prefers the green sauce, so we're just going to go with that today. Okay, so I just rinsed off our chicken and I cut off any unwanted pieces because sometimes there's a little bit of the, I guess it's like fat on there, I guess that's what you call it. So I just went ahead and trimmed that off. That way when it's done cooking, we can just shred it up and we don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to put it in a pot of water, just like so. Set this right here. We'll discard that in just a second. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and season it with some salt and pepper. You want to be pretty generous with this. This is thick chicken. So just a few little sprinkles here. Do a little bit of pepper. And you can put anything else that you like in here. Onion powder, garlic powder. You can add taco seasoning. Doesn't really matter. I like to just do salt and pepper, to be honest. So we're just going to boil our chicken until it's done all the way through, till there's no pink, no red, no blood, no nothing. So just boil your chicken. It takes about 30 minutes. And then when that is done, we're going to pull it out of the pot and shred it up. But I'll come back to show you that. So 30 minutes, I'll see you. Okay, so while our chicken is boiling, we're going to go ahead and mix our green sauce. So I'm going to use a can of green sauce, dump it right over into the blender here. And if you don't want this much sauce, you can use a smaller can. I usually like mine to have a lot of it, so I use a big one. Sometimes I make other things with it, so it's totally up to you. You don't have to use all of this, but this is what I use when I make my enchiladas. So I'm going to dump a can of green chilies over in there. And I know the sauce is green chilies, but my husband likes them. He likes to see the little flecks of green, so do I, So I kind of like a little extra. So we're going to take our cream of mushroom and stick that over in there as well. Alright, now we're going to add our sour cream. You know I can't make a dish without sour cream. So I don't really measure this out. I honestly just add a couple of heaping spoonfuls. Yeah. And then we're going to put our lid on and we're just going to mix it up. So I'm just going to put my blender here on chop. I don't really want the green chilies to be, what's the word, pureed. So I'm just going to kind of just put it on chop and see what happens. Hopefully this works out well, because I think this is like the first time me using this blender. Take the lid off. I'm going to use the same spoon. Of course I'm not going to put it back in my sour cream, just kind of stir that around a little bit. Looks pretty good. I can still see some of the little green chili chunks in there. Love that. If you like spicy food, I know I cannot even talk tonight, guys. The kids are outside playing, driving me nuts. If you like spicy food, you can totally throw some jalapenos over into this and mix it up. I'm not going to do that because I have kids eating it and they do not like the spice. If it was my husband, he'd probably throw 4 or 5 jalapenos over in this. You know, the hotter the better for him. But we're not going to do that. But if you like that and you're into that type of food, you can do that as well. But I'm not going to. So I'm going to go ahead and let this hang out until our chicken is done. And then I'm going to be back to show you guys what to do with the chicken and how to put all these together. Okay, our chicken is done. So I'm going to show you, or tell you 2 ways anyways, to shred your chicken. You can do it with 2 forks if it is still hot and you are really crunched for time. Or if you have time to let your chicken cool down, you can just set it on a plate and let it cool and shred it with your fingers. I'm kind of sort of crunched for time right now because I do have little mouths to feed. So I'm just going to take 2 forks and just shred the chicken up on a plate. And then I have another plate over here that I can add the shredded chicken to that I've already shredded. Just like that, all over the counter. What, babe? Yeah.
Simple.
Okay.
Oh, you want to turn it off?
No. I need you to get. I need you to get out of here.
Oh, sorry.
Once you've shredded the chicken up, you can put it over here on your other plate, or you can leave it on the same one. I kind of like to have 2 plates to work with, but I just stick the fork in it, stick the other fork, and I twist, and it comes off pretty easy. I'm going to zoom in just a couple of minutes to show you me shredding this chicken, but it's pretty easy. But like I said, I'm crunched for time, so I am just using the 2 fork method, but if you're not, you can wait for it to cool and do it with your hands. Sometimes I prefer to do it with my hands because if there is any little pieces that I didn't get cut off or that I don't like there's a little piece right here, it looks like a little vein. I don't like that, so sometimes I will just pull that out. But I'm going to finish shredding up this chicken just like this. And then we're going to start building our enchiladas so we can get them into the oven. So our chicken is shredded up. I have our oven preheated to 380 degrees and I have our refried beans on the stove back there warming up. So now we're going to go ahead and start assembling the enchiladas. I'm going to show you real quick, just give you the basic rundown, and then I'll zoom in again and show you guys a better view of what I'm doing, but it's just really easy peasy. There's not a right or wrong way to do this. So I have a tortilla on my plate here. I'm going to take some of our shredded chicken. I like to put it not directly in the middle, and I'll show you that in a minute why. But I kind of set it over a little bit. And you can put them as full as you like or little as you like, totally up to you, whatever order you want to do. Wipe my hands off. I always have a towel right here at my counter just for that purpose. My husband is painting a sign and dragging chairs out. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take some of this cheddar cheese, sprinkle it inside, and then the side that is, it has less on it, we're going to start wrapping it like that. So I'm just going to roll it just like so, set it in my pan, just like that. Now, if you want vegetables, you can totally add vegetables into this. I'm not going to tonight, just because I know how the kids are. They really don't like it. They'll eat it as long as it's meat and cheese. My husband and I loaded up with vegetables. We like onions, peppers, mushrooms. Would be awesome. You can saute those. You can put them in there raw. Totally up to you. But tonight we're just going to go with the basic. Just going to fold it over just like that. Put it in my pan. enchiladas are wrapped and put in the pan here. I know my head is cut off, but I still want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing here. So I did have leftover chicken. I'm going to just save this for a salad a little bit later in the week for lunch, so I'm just going to set that aside. And then I do have a little bit of extra cheese left over on my plate here. I'm just going to sprinkle that on top once we put the sauce on. So I'm not going to use all of this sauce. I'm just going to take out what I want and spread it on there just like that. Some people like theirs really what I call soupy, which is really moist. They put a lot. Some people like theirs really dry. Totally up to you. I think ours are somewhere in between, honestly, because I like enough sauce that it covers it and I'm not eating like a dry tortilla. Some people even put their sauce inside. I don't know. It's totally up to you. I'm not a professional. This is just what I've done over the years. And hey, it works. My family eats it and they love it. So just kind of mix it around like that. And you don't have to, like I said earlier, you know, in the video, you don't have to use that big of a can. But we generally take the leftover sauce and make something else with it, or you can make a soup with it, a stew, whatever you want. Totally up to you.
Put it over a burrito.
Yeah, or you can put it over a burrito. I do have a video of Taco Bell smothered burritos. You could totally do that and have a second night dinner, okay? Yeah, look that up, okay? I have that video. Pretty good. Okay, that looks good to me. So now I'm going to take this cheese that I crumbled up. This is that queso fresco cheese that I just took a fork on the little circle and pretty much just scratched it off, which I know sounds crazy. But I'm going to take that cheese and some more of this cheddar cheese. So first I think I'm going to do the cheddar cheese just because I want to see the white on top. So I'm going to take that little bit of leftover from making little quesadillas and just sprinkle it right on top. Clone cheese on the counter again. Cooking is messy. But you know what? That's how you know you're having fun. I would say that's the like sign of a great meal, but then again, it's not really. It's not. So don't say that, but it's gonna be good. Okay, so now I'm gonna take some of this cheese and we're gonna just sprinkle it on top. You can put this cheese inside if you want, but I just like it on top. This is just the way that I make mine. This was requested, so I was like, hey, yeah, why not? I mean, I'm sure there's several people that make theirs different. I'm pretty sure my friend Kelly makes hers different. I'm pretty sure Lupe makes his different. You know, it's just whatever you want. I'm just showing you what I do for my family and what they enjoy, what they like. Okay, alright. So now I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to throw this in the oven. Okay guys, I just pulled it out of the oven. Our cheese is nice and melted. Looks so good. So I like to use a long spatula to get these out so they don't break apart. So I have my little Pioneer Woman spatula here. So I'm going to go ahead and start at the ends and scoop them out and place them on our plate. Okay guys, that is it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a little something. I really hope this camera did what it was supposed to do because this is my first real legit filming session. So I'll get all the details worked out with that, but hopefully everything came through the way that I wanted it to. So just kind of bear with me on that. But hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like this video. If you have not subscribed, please join our Homes family group, gang, club, whatever you want to call it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.